This is Mr. Kacar slash at Mr. Smiles a Lot with my buddy here, Brandon Kacar slash at Aviator Expert 314. I got that right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Cool. And we are here with yet another Let's Talk Media LLC video podcast. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I think the last one was with you.
It was an audio.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been doing advice videos and stuff like that, and my martial arts videos, dude, was crazy. So check this out. So for some reason, and I don't know why, but my recent YouTube video of my martial arts has gotten over 345 views or something like that, or 245. And I don't know what's making it blow up. What I think was doing it is me having the title change, and not just for marketing, but I think for video and just for anything you want to do social media wise. You want the title to be what people are going to be looking up or looking at, right? Mm-hmm. So when I had my old videos, I used to just do, here's my new Let's Talk Media, blah, blah, blah. And people aren't going to type in, here's my new, because they, you know, when you type in something everyone looks up, like self-defense, I bet you that's what did it. Because my video says self-defense instructional video, I think, or demonstration, or I can't even remember the title of my own videos, people. But I think because of the title change, that's what did it. And my brother is actually, Kevin, who's the one who suggested I change it, and that's actually, it was smart of him to tell me that, because I guarantee you that's why it's getting all those clicks, because that's what's crazy, it only shows to me in the YouTube community how much people are still looking up self-defense and martial arts and things like that. Yeah. So that makes me feel good knowing that it's not something that's dying out.
Yeah.
You know, it only shows to me that mixed martial arts hasn't completely taken over. Even though that I'm a huge practitioner and believer in mixed martial arts, but as you know, I love to mix it with regular traditional martial arts. Right. The point of what I'm saying, because a lot of self-defense, that's not mixed martial arts. That's a lot of, it's self-defense. So what and self-defense is more tactical, like as you know from tactical security training and self-defense in that way. It's more of a martial art. It's not mixed martial. You get what I'm saying? It's not cage fighting. It's actually more locks, holds, grips, you know, arm breaks. What I'm saying is that it's nice to know that self-defense and martial arts aren't dying out like a lot of us martial artists think that it is, because MMA has kind of taken over. Let's be honest. It's a great sport. Don't get me wrong. I mean, shoot, those guys are tough as nails. I'm not saying anything bad about it. What I'm saying is that, and I know I repeat myself all the time, but it still bothers me when people say traditional martial arts won't work in a street fight, or they say, "Oh, it's all about MMA," and I'm like, why don't you mix? Why don't you say that? Like, you can say that all you want to. Look, and here's why. And I'm actually going to do another video on this, demonstrating why, or maybe you and I, maybe next time we hang out, we can do a video on it, but. The reason they say the martial arts don't work in a street fight is because, well, in a way they don't. And here's why I say that. In a street fight, you're not going to be standing there doing katas. You're not going to be doing the drills like you do in class.
Right. Because
in a real street fight, it's aggressive, it's mean, it's nasty. And usually the person who's the first aggressor is the one who usually ends up winning the fight. That's why they say, oh, someone throws a punch, are you really going to blah, 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 blah. I mean, not really. But I will say this, though. This is why the mixed martial arts is important. Because in a street fight, and I say this all the time, you want to, on the outside, fight like a boxer. You want to come in, out like this, right? But when you're on the inside, and you and I have done this on multiple videos, that's where you bring in the close hitting, like Wing Chun, Muay Thai, dirty boxing, anything you want to throw in there. And then for distance, you got your kicks, you got your long ranges, you got your long range attacks. That's where the kickboxing can come into play, or maybe a traditional, I don't know, spinning back kick, you know, that you see in mixed martial arts sometimes. And there are actually elements of traditional martial arts you see, but not that often. I can't remember the fighter's name, but there actually is a fighter who's actually known for practicing Wing Chun. And he doesn't use purely Wing Chun in this cage, but I've seen him do movements from Wing Chun. So there's actually a fight where him and the guy had their arms grappled up like this, and he went like that, pulled the guy, and hit him with an elbow like that.
Wow.
That's a total Wing Chun move. That's I can't remember what form dummy that is, but that's here. But essentially, but he just like, but they already grappled with both hands here. He's just zoop, bam, and I was like, there you go. That's how you mix traditional martial arts with mixed martial arts. The mixed martial arts came in when they were close, they were grappling. That's where the wrestling comes into play. That's where the grappling, Muay Thai, that's where the knees. He didn't just use traditional, he didn't just use MMA fighting. He didn't just start hitting them with elbows. He didn't just start doing knees and then just start doing, punches. He used traditional martial arts and made it work in a cage fight situation.
Right.
That's That's what I mean by, if you watch that clip, that only proves my point even more. That you can use traditional martial arts in a street fight. But don't go to a street fight thinking you're going to use traditional martial arts and win, because you're not. I've made that mistake. You know what I mean? Like, I've made a mistake of sparring my friends and thinking I'm going to use nothing but martial arts, and they would start using, believe it or not, just regular traditional kickboxing. And they would like get a lot of hits in because they knew how to move in and out. They had that movement where I'd be just kind of rigid and still, like we usually most martial arts are, unless you're bouncing around like in Taekwondo. But what I'm saying is that once I was like, okay, let me learn how to mix what they're doing and with what I'm doing, and then I started doing the classes myself. I was like, okay, I can see why this is effective. I mean, like, boxing works.
Yeah.
I mean, let me put it this way. If you're not going to learn a martial art, or if you are against traditional martial arts, and you want to learn how to defend yourself, learn how to like move around, fight, yeah, sure, do MMA. But like, if you're not really sure if you want to learn how to kick, I would say the number one sport or like fighting style to learn to really have to defend yourself and really do damage if you have to would be boxing. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that if you're not going to do any of that, if you're not going to do this, if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to do this, learn how to move your head, move your body. Even if you don't want to wrestle, I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, and I've been talking about martial arts way too long now. But everyone knows how I feel about it, and man, like you and I, we get passionate about things, and when you're passionate about something, you like full-heartedly feel a certain way about something, and even if someone tells you you need to change, or like it is this way, it's that way, you can try to see things from their perspective. But my problem is that sometimes it's hard for me to not let my own views take over. And I don't mean that in a way of like, oh, I don't respect or value what someone's telling me. Of course I do. What I mean by that is like, I've seen it and experienced it enough to where I know it can work. You just have to learn how to make it work. You have to learn how to make it work together. That's all I'm saying. Like, some of those tactical moves that you show me from your training and stuff, like the moves that I didn't know, I've learned how to mix that in with the style that I'm like, okay, so here's why Brandon does this or whatever. So like your fighting is more locks and holds and more tactical. Mine is more striking, blocking, wrestling, moving, getting in and out, like in close fighting. I'm more trained in technical fighting is hand-to-hand combat, but if we're being honest here, you're trained in more tactical hand-to-hand combat as to where I'm more trained in martial arts, mixed martial arts, and vice versa. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying I'm not tactically trained. I mean, but what I'm saying is that if I had more of what I know that you know, dude, what I'm saying is that, like, it's better to know something than not. Yeah.
Well, let's just put this. I'm more trained in tactical defenses and with like weapons and that type of stuff too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like I've done gun disarm courses and classes. I remember some of it, but not a lot. I was better at the weapons and
like
stuff
I'm
like that.
trained in tactical defenses and being able to like disarm a subject by having possession of a firearm or the weapon. That's all without discharging the actual weapon, but being able to go hands-on in a tactical motive.
Let's hope that never happens.
Yeah. Even though that's happened to me a couple of times, but
like at the Galleria, that was scary.
Yeah.
You told me you're the one that choked him out. I was like, oh god. Okay, good for you, but dude, that's yeah.
Yeah, that's above my pay level grade.
Yeah, that I mean, good thing you did what you did, but man, that's still okay. So I remember the story you told me. Got a report of a guy who pulled a gun out of his backpack down in the movie theater, the Galleria.
Yep.
Those double doors where people exit after the movie is over. You went out those double doors, went up those little stairs, and you saw him in front of the movie poster. And you tackled him from the back.
Yep.
What kind of arm lock did you do to make him drop his gun?
So what I did was I put him in a rear wrist lock, a double rear wrist lock. That's how I'm able to get full control on his that's how I'm able to get him into a full PPCT maneuver without having any control taken out of him. So what I'm able to do is I'm able to get him into a rear wrist lock with his fingers interlaced, his thumbs interlaced on the top, and I'm able to grab I'm able to get a good grip on him, get a good grip on him, so he won't be able to fight back.
See, the funny thing is, I would have probably done something close to that, but I'm already thinking from a more of a martial artist standpoint.
Yeah.
So what I mean, obviously you want to get them on the ground,
right?
But what I probably would have done. This sounds really violent.
Right.
But
see, the whole point of our instincts is to be able to get them under control, because they're not actively fighting us, but they can actively fight us.
Well, yeah. See, that was the problem, because my first thought was the arm that grab go behind, grab the nearest arm that if he's right, grab the left.
But the thing is that you want to be able to make it time consuming, so you want to be able to get on
very
both.
Fast. Yeah.
In a timely manner. You don't want to come up and be like, oh, here.
No,
Come up and be like that.
Oh, of course. No, I was thinking it sounds like you did a full getting his arms.
Yeah, I put.
How would he be either gone with the tackle, or maybe a hip toss, like a side throw, or personally, quick thinking after grabbing him, like you said. Kick the leg out, kick the knee out, the back of the knee, make him drop, and then after they drop, get a hold of the weapon, and then possibly do a rear naked choke or whatever,
Right.
So there's a lot of, these are different scenarios. Like we say that, and this is why they say that, oh, you have this plan, you have this plan, you have this plan. But when it's really go time, that's why they say. Going back to what they say, all this planning is not going to work. Like you can say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but you really don't know if you're.
The result's going to be. You don't know what Okay, yeah, you know what maneuver you want to use, but are they going to go? Are they going to resist? Are they going to follow through on that maneuver? Are they going to try to do something, or that you'll have to, forget that and move on to a different technique, or there's just so many.
Yeah. That's why, if you're in an intense fighting situation where someone's just beating on you, that's why it's good to, like I said, know how to block from boxing, so you get that close in. Block from the outside for martial arts, so you block a punch here, one's coming in, you block from the outside here, whatever. That's how you mix them. One thing is that, like you were saying, just gotta move in and out, man. You just gotta learn how to
in the tactical field, there is a stance for it. There's a defense stance. So you have what's called an interview stance, okay? Where your fingers are interlaced with your hands. They can either be interlaced or they can just be on outs like that, alright? And then you have what's called a defense stance, okay? Your hands
right there
are leveled out just in between your head, okay? They're leveled out at about maybe, like a 45, 30, maybe.
Something like that.
Yes. I can't think right now in my head. It's been a long day, but you get the point. You get the idea. You've done this before.
Okay.
So, defense stance. Your arms leveled out, your hands leveled out, spaced out. Okay, palms open, palms out, because you never know if they're gonna come in. Say they're gonna come in through a punch, bam, right? That guess what move that's gonna put you into?
An arm bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with this one too. You're to punch at me, bam. Okay. So that's why hands and palms are always open, spaced out, and wide out with the part. Okay. That's also for with the part. Same thing with their feet and legs. You want them to be able to be. I can't really show you because it goes in the way.
Right.
But you get the point what I'm saying though. So that's your basic tactical defense stance. To whereas, like you said, martial arts and mixed martial arts, you have all those strike blocks and all that. But yeah, in tactical defense, is a little bit of a difference there, for a reason too.
Because you're going for the most practical thing. Because like, in a real street fight, when someone's coming swinging big at you like that, that's why again, like, you want to mix martial arts blocking with that tactical blocking or that boxing blocking, because you want to be able to block here as hard as you can, right, and then move in and then maybe grab their arms or like yours, or let's say you block a big hard punch coming in this way, right, and then you see another one coming this way. Well, here's like, let's say I'm like this, and then you throw that coming in here. That's where the martial arts comes into play, because I'm at a distance, but then I move in and I can hit you right in the nose. So when you're blocking, that's making tactical, right? With martial, and then martial arts. And actually, in my self-defense video, my stance, I've shown you before, is kind of the same, but it's different. I have my hand here, right here, because from learning Wing Chun and Jeet Kune Do, I always like to have a retracting hand because I have a better chance of blocking another hit coming in. And as long as I always have one here, I have a chance of hitting you, no matter what. The other hand, kind of like yours out here, except I kind of keep mine more bladed right here. Almost like a traditional karate stance, but except it's more in like this and at an angled up like this. So that way I can block and slip. Block and slip. You know, not just block. Or, you know, what I'm saying, it makes it easier for me to get out of the way of your hits. And see, I'm already right here, and I didn't even have to move. I'm already blocking here. So, like you're doing, like,
well, see, because mine is more defense. That
right,
I get you into an here. You know, for those of you that don't know, watch.
So, so already here, and then I'm already. See, I already blocked the same hit with one hit, and I didn't even move my arm. I just kept it right there.
So you're just doing the defense, or as tactical defense now.
Right.
You see, that's you want to get them into an arm bar. Okay.
Yeah.
And that would be the same thing with the other side too. So.
Right. Yeah. So we're basically getting at is it's good to know of no matter what. Here's the thing: no matter what style you do, don't feel like, oh, is this good enough? What matters is what you practice, how much you practice it, and how long you practice it for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why. Let me put it this way, okay? It is good to have a variety of martial arts under your belt, like I do, like you do, right? But if you do go up against somebody who has severely, to a T, mastered one certain style, and like they seem like they're untouchable, those are the people that are like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like, how do you know?
Yeah. In that next video, I'll probably show you guys how to use little tactics with weaponry devices too. So that way, for those of you that do carry protective devices such as pepper spray, handcuffs, or baton, well, not technically handcuffs are not really considered protective devices, but they can still be used as restraints. But so like OC mace, baton, taser, that type of stuff. You know, in the next video, I'll show you guys how to go through those roles too, using those devices as well. Which I'm sure he will know some martial art moves on using that kind of stuff too. But what I will show you guys is more like tactical style defense.
Right. So back to what I was saying is, like I said, like whatever works for you, right? So the things that I know for a fact when it comes to fighting, my three most trained, I would say, styles that I'm best in, it would be Jeet Kune Do, kickboxing, and judo. And I've done multiple styles growing up. and some of them I stuck with for a long time. What I'm saying is that, and then after a while, I learned how to mix them together. Not like saying I'm Bruce Lee or anything, but what I'm saying is that works for me. Right? I'm not saying I don't do tactical moves. I'm not saying I don't do holds. I'm not saying that I don't show how to do holds. But what I'm saying is that I show and I try to teach others what I know because I know it works for me. It's worked for me in the past, whether it was a sparring situation, a fighting situation, or whatever. Like you, I show you martial arts stuff, but I'm pretty sure when you're practicing alone, you just automatically start going back to tactical moves, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's what you're used to. So what I'm saying is that that's good to know multiple styles. If you're really good at one thing, why stop practicing it?
Right.
There'd be no point. If that's the style that you chose and you really wanted to get good at it, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say just in general, besides learning how to fight, obviously you're not talking about being bullied and stuff. But I think the most important thing for martial arts or for anyone, not just me, is that I feel like it really helps you just from the discipline, from the just everything, from how hard it can be on your body physically and mentally, but also rewarding. Really helps you find yourself and who you are, hones who you are. Now, I know they say it's bad to use a crutch to find who you are, like using an aid or some kind of help. But I'm let's say you're growing up, you're a young kid, you got your hormones going like crazy, you don't know how about the world, everything's confusing to you, but then you do something that makes sense. You do like I said, I grew up playing other sports, but martial arts to me made sense. I don't know why. And I told you, I was just naturally good at them when I started practicing. Granted, I can't I can still kick, but I can't do the blah 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 kicks like I was able to. If I know I could if I practice enough. But what I'm saying is that I know, and I'm well versed enough to where I'm not trying to do fancy footwork kicks and try to do flip in the air and hit you with the, you know what I'm saying? This isn't it's not a movie, but like I said, I've mastered enough to where if I really had to, I would.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm getting at is that I'm like I said, it's not just getting bullied. It's in general, I don't know why. I don't know why I connected with the martial arts so well and why it made me find who I was, especially growing up in confusing times. But thank God it did, because man, it was especially when your hormones going everywhere. I know I think I said that earlier, but it's life is hard enough as it is. So that's why I say to anyone out there who wants to practice martial arts and do it. I mean, why not? I mean, it's good for you. And shoot. You might run into those people, like you said, sometimes at the gym that you can tell they're bullies and they want to be there just to hurt other people. You know what? Just avoid them as much as you can, unless you have no choice but to be partnered up with them. But just I know it's easier said than done, but you can't let those kind of guys get to you. And honestly, if you feel like it's a big enough issue, and if everyone else in the gym agrees, or your dojo, wherever you are, just say something to your instructor. Be like, hey. You know what I mean? I've never had to do that, but I've heard about lots of stories about people with experience. One bad jerk in the gym, I'm glad I didn't. That's why I like about martial arts too. There's a lot of sports make you feel like family, close, but man, there's nothing like having a martial arts family. Oh boy. I'm just saying, it's really cool. I don't know. We've been talking about martial arts for too long. What should we talk about now?
I don't know. What should we talk about?
Well, let's see. My kid's doing real well. He's getting smarter. He's so cute. He actually helps out. He'll hand you stuff. He's you'll tell him to do something, and he'll actually do it. He's getting better at stairs. His cognitive ability is getting real well. He's getting way more coordinated. He's getting brave. He's climbing up and down stuff. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that's pretty much what mine's like now.
Yeah. The only thing he needs to work on is speech.
Yeah.
And we might need to get him a speech coach, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's kids, and sometimes some boys.
We're trying to get ours to talk.
Yeah,
She talks and
yeah,
it can make sounds and stuff, but I don't think she just needs. Yeah, I'm just trying to help her out more with being able to understand better
mm-hmm.
and maybe learn. What else?
Well, no. I mean, like, I know. I think we've said this before, but I love being a dad, man. It's the craziest thing of how, like, that one little thing can just, I don't know. He really makes me appreciate life more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I look forward to doing stuff for him. You know what I mean? Like, working out to make sure I stay healthy for him, feeding him, changing his diapers, playing with him. Like, the thing is that what's funny is that I knew I was ready to be a dad, but I'm glad I fully embraced it and really took on fatherhood and took it seriously. Because like, it's so rewarding that I did. It really is. I love my son like there's no tomorrow, man. Oh, I would, someone for him if it, you know what I'm saying? Without really saying the word, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's him and my wife are my everything.
Yeah.
They really are. It's just, I love watching him learn, I love watching him grow. I just love his laugh, the cute little things he does, his little silliness, the way that we play. Oh man,
Okay.
It's really a blessing. It is, Let's say it's a blessing for a reason, and I can see why. What do you love about your kids, man?
See that they're able to understand. They're growing. I mean, they're smart. They're smart for the ages they're at. Really smart.
How old are they now?
9 and 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really smart for their age. I mean, they're smart, like they're a little adult smart. Yeah.
You're like, oh boy, yeah. They're gonna be walking all over you.
Yeah.
Good luck, man. Okay. I'm sorry. What are your kids' names again?
Kaylee and Luna.
Kaylee.
Yep.
And Luna.
Yeah.
Like, isn't there a food brand named Luna? I think so. I don't know.
I mean, she got named after the moon, I guess.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I thought it was lunar moon, lunar, something. I don't know, man. It's just what's that class? Astrology? I don't know, or something like that.
I don't know a food name after.
I thought I saw like a
tuna,
like a candy bar, or maybe like I could have sworn I saw like a candy bar, like a fruit bar. And the brand was Luna, and it had like a cow on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna look this up later. I need to correct myself on this. Yeah, man. So he got a spot at Carmelite. It's the school I went to, Kirkwood. And that's funny because in high school I volunteered at the nursing home or whatever. And, help wheel them from like the room to other stuff like that and things. And like that, help them set up food or whatever. That was a lot of fun. And I saw some of my old nuns there, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, there's this one, and Sister Mary and Joyce. Funny thing, she has the same name as my mom.
Yeah.
I don't know what nuns do to stay looking so young, but it was the weirdest thing. I haven't seen her since I was, and I was in high school at the time. She looked like she has not aged one bit. It freaked me out. I was like, do you remember me?
All right.
Oh, and she's like, no. I'm like, you were my favorite nun. I loved you. And I was like, your Sister Mary. She goes, yeah. And I'm like, there's no way.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, see, they go to the school, and they still have some of the teachers there that we had when we were in elementary school. But they remember us,
Oh, yeah.
which I'm shocked from like 20 years ago. Wow.
Maybe speaking of which, maybe she had that thing where some actors just started like look young no matter what, like Keanu Reeves, Paul Rudd, the recording artist Pharrell.
Oh yeah.
That dude's like what, 40? Looks like he was 20. Or like 50. I don't even know. What I'm saying is that it's crazy how that works, or that gene can work like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it's just again like when you like on TV, on screen, blah blah. You know, when you see celebrities or in the journal, it looks like they don't age. You're like, oh, that's cool. But then when you actually see it in front of you, it freaks you out a little bit.
Does, yeah.
You're like, you look like, I was like, you literally look like you should be aged like 50 years plus, but you look like you're still almost the same age when I was like, how does that make any sense? Like, maybe she's got good lotion. I don't know. She takes care of her skin clearly. But yeah, no, it was cool though. Like, yeah, but I'm excited. I think so. He's only going to go like twice a week. And
this is like a daycare.
And it's going to be only like $70.
Oh wow, $70.
$70 for like 2 hours, or $70 for like a whole day or something like that. That's not bad. They're going Carmelite. It's there's also nursing house attached. It's like Christian Catholic, like a little school, boys and girls.
This is in Kirkwood?
Yeah, Kirkwood. It's actually right across from the you know where Ober Weiss ice cream is, inside the Green Tree Emporium. It's got the pasta house in there now.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Where Kirkwood Brew House used to be.
Yeah, is there like a Walmart or something?
No. It's actually right next to Schnucks, and there's a Panera Bread inside the Schnucks parking lot. Anyway, but yeah, no, a really good school. Like I liked it when I went there. I mean, I think I remember. Actually, I do remember.
Oh wait, is it on Manchester Road?
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh man,
so $70 a day.
Yeah, that's not bad.
We're paying $290 a week for full time. Yeah.
No, like I said, I don't know. It's either for a day or 2 hours or a couple hours. I listen. I promise I listened to my wife. It's just like when she told me that I was like halfway with it. I was very tired. I was like, "What are you saying?" Or I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Or I was having a long day at work or something, and then I was like, "What?" Something silly like that.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think going back to like subjects about life and stuff. I think the hardest part about life. Man, this is a very random podcast, but that's why I love doing it, because we can talk about whatever we want. Is knowing that we're making it, but not feeling like we're doing enough.
Yeah.
And I hate that feeling.
Right, me too.
It's not fun. It's like, well, am I, you know what I'm saying? It really makes you wonder,
Yeah.
It does. Go to work, get up at 6 a.m. every day, work my butt off, pay my bills, take care of my kid, my wife, do my marketing stuff, try to make it with marketing, try to make it as a martial arts coach.
Yeah.
And you work your tail off too. We should both humbly be very proud of ourselves.
Yeah.
But I hate on the back of my head, I'm like, I could be famous more, or I could be doing this more, blah blah blah. That's one of those things where you're so far ahead of what you're doing, it's kind of hard to pursue those other things.
It is.
But that's why
I'm trying to experience something like that myself.
Yeah. Like you wish you were back at DePaul Hospital. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the pay was great, the benefits were good. I think the hours were doable. I mean, it was a perfect match, to be honest. It was. But you know that one place that you know that new town place I've been dealing with the last several weeks, whatever.
When you've been working for City's Finest, or is that?
No, that was GCI.
You said, you left, I know.
I'm gonna wait till we turn the camera to explain. Well, it's confidential. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Confidential.
All I'm gonna say though, without saying too much, is from what you've shown me, the way that those people were talking about you, that was not fair. That was not cool. Like, really?
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's if they knew you or something. That's what makes it even weirder. That's kind of creepy. That almost means that those people are like sitting around actively watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And these are strangers. They should just be walking by not thinking about you at all.
Yeah.
Unless they give you a reason to be like, hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And that was odd. Anyway, I'm not gonna.
Neither am I. That's why I say it's confidential.
Yeah, no. Like I said, like I talk about security and stuff, but if you notice, I barely ever mention who I work for or where I work, you know. And it's not that I'm not proud of who I work for or where, you know. I'm saying that I don't want to.
But you know what? I'm glad that I got over it and I said, "That's it. I'm not doing it anymore." Because there's no respect there. There's no respect at all. It was just nothing but like a circus. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a circus. So I'm glad I did what I did.
I'm glad I didn't take the job.
I'm glad I just turned in the shirts and just said, "F it."
Did she tell you what my shift would have been?
I think she did at one point, but I kind of forgot.
It would have been at a golf course.
A golf course?
It would have been at a golf course from like 10 o'clock at night, or 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Or
till what time?
Like 3 or something like that. So like 6 hours shifts, so like 10, 11, 12.
Golf course or a country club?
3, 5, 6. Country club.
Westwood Country Club.
Yeah, so it's in
that's a pretty easy post, to be honest.
Oh yeah, she said 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. and I'm like, okay. And I was like, so what?
9 p.m. to 1 a.m. by the way.
That's what it was. Thank you. I was like, so what?
Dude, that's like the easiest, most laid back post ever.
Still though, I'm like, I'd have no time for my kid. Yeah. I mean, I'd be so dead tired. And here's the thing, like, let's say that I try to do that on let me get off work. I'm probably not getting home till 2 in the morning. Right. And then I'd have to sleep try to fall asleep as quickly as I could, possibly from 2 until 6. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Literally 6 hours of sleep. There's no
That's
way.
how I was feeling when I was doing.
There's no way.
Listen, that's what I was feeling like when I was doing that training at the hospital.
Yeah.
And still doing that because I wouldn't be getting out till like freaking 1 in the morning and getting home until maybe like 1:30, 2 in the morning. I mean, it's oh my god.
Yeah.
I have so much regrets even. Just like if I could go back in and reverse my decision on what I had to do, I would do it in a heartbeat. Make that decision, reverse it, and
I mean, enough to call for GCI because they sounded like they had a lot of promise to them, you know.
Yeah.
And I understand. I mean,
So I just probably have to give it maybe like a year or two to be able to give another try. Let things cool down or,
whatever.
Just let things slide.
Yeah.
But I did get, a few days ago, I did get an opportunity for a park ranger.
Yeah, you told me that. Did you actually get it, or like they're like thinking about it, or what?
No, they actually offered it.
Okay.
I'm just thinking whether it would be worth it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say the pay is in the line between good and bad. I feel like I could do a little better, but I just need something right now, right away, something that I'm good at and that I have a license to do, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still see it being an upgrade from what I was doing prior.
Right.
But the pay says otherwise, though.
Oh, yeah. I see.
And I'm not going to say what the pay is because that's
Yeah,
also confidential too.
So do you get benefits?
There are benefits involved, yes, that's a pro, but the pay is a con, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is. There's some things that I mean, I will be honest, there are a lot of pros to it, but what's really bugging me are the hours and the pay. They run 14-hour shifts, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to midnight. I don't think I could be able to side of it.
Whew.
Yeah.
Whew. Man.
See, when I was working the Paul, I was just on overnights, strictly overnights.
6 p.m.
The dates will rotate, yes, but the shift itself will stay the way it is. Will stay the same.
I've worked 12-hour shifts before,
Now
but it's been at the same. Wow.
Now this, now this, the park rangers, the shifts rotate. So one week I could be on day shifts, and next week I could be working night shifts, and then back, I just.
So it might really mess up your sleep schedule more than time for your family then,
Yeah. Whereas the hospital, they're just on nights, period. If there was overtime, I could maybe do a morning or evening shift, but preferably nights so it doesn't mess up my sleep.
The 14-hour shifts every day? No, dude. I don't know how. Man, like. Whew.
Yeah.
No.
Like the shifts at the hospital are 8 hours too.
I mean, see, 8 hours. I mean, I work 8 hours every day. That's not. I mean, come on. That's normal these days. But yeah, no. Actually, the other day we had a Garden World guy come in because we're having temporary people come in until we get a third night person. Good news, actually.
Is he still looking for a night guy?
Yeah. Actually, the good news is that we actually have a temp agency now. Where a guy from Garden World is going to come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But Tuesdays and Thursdays are open for whoever wants to work that. So.
I mean, I do feel bad about not getting back to him about whether I wanted it or not.
That's fine. I mean, let me put it this way, man. I love it. I mean, I think you'd be a great fit, and but move this way. It's not like you obviously know. It's not like regular traditional security like you're used to. And let me be honest, man, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's only easy for me because I'm used to it.
And
but that
all
job,
work for the pay that.
I mean, the pay is good. No, but it's because of the benefits. Me starting out as a man who just got a new house, who just had, he's turning 2, pretty much having a brand new baby.
Yeah.
It's good for me to keep it for now. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's
like
good.
You see at the hospital, I feel like the hospital I had it better though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not only all of that too, but it's the how do I explain it? How do I say it? The way how things are handled by security, or just in a professional demeanor way. Like, it's not like security is seen like a joke or something like that. That sort.
Yeah. See, we're not. It's nice how we're actually respected. People like us and they like the job that we do.
Yeah. So, like, see, like a scenario at the hospital is that if there was like a child abduction or something, or a 911 call was to go out through, I'm not saying the police, because they're not, but there's still a level of authority to where they can be an active law enforcement body, though. If there's like a 911 call that went out that's within the hospital premises, 911 operator immediately calls the security department and just dispatches them.
Wow.
Like, that's the much respect that they have for it.
There you go. Yeah. So, is that the Paul you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it could be any hospital, honestly.
Yeah. All right. It sounds like that one you really like being there the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like, there's some old jobs that I like, but I mean, I don't really fall in love with. I'm not exactly in love with this job, but I mean, I like it enough to
It's
where.
just a matter on how I look at it with the pay and the benefits too.
So that's what I'm getting at. I'm not in love with this job, but the benefits are.
Yeah.
That's literally why I said I'm gonna stick around as long as I can. I have no reason or desire to leave.
Yeah.
But if something better comes along, then you know. Like I said, I don't feel. And I know I said this in our last podcast, but I really don't feel like my journey ends at where I'm right now. I feel like I've got something better coming for me, and I can see it coming. I just don't know when. It's just I have a good feeling, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man, you want to wrap things up?
It's up to you.
Yeah. Let's see. It's 10:45. Wow, we've been talking for 45 minutes. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's only 10:45.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's usually like 1:45 when we're usually wrapping stuff up.
Just about. What's because you closed early.
Yeah.
I'm usually not getting over here until about
Midnight.
10 o'clock, 10:30, or 11 sometimes.
Yeah.
So, whoa, we got lucky. Well, let's see. What can we wrap up on? Look at me. The first time not knowing what to say. That's not unusual because that's not normal on me because I usually just talk nonstop. I got a problem with that. I guess. I guess we could wrap things up real quick on. Last podcast we talked about how you and I can take pride in the fact that we have a good heart and we want to do good for others and not just security, but in general. Because a lot of people don't have that. So, I guess to wrap things up real quick, just to end it off on things is, speaking of that, you know, we shouldn't change. Because, you know, it's a good thing that we are like that, you know.
Right.
And that's why we talk about security. That's why we talk about martial arts, self-defense. That's why you and I talk about being a good person and being there for others and being a good friend. And because of the fact of, like, we're not doing it to brag. We're not doing it to show off. We're not doing it to be cool, look cool. We're doing it because we care about other people. Like, you know, like that's what I'm getting at is that even if it doesn't seem like we're really, obviously we're actively going out of our way, but we're not like making it obvious, like, hey, we're doing this to, you know, because that's when it gets annoying. Like, we're not actively doing this to be like, hey, look at me, I'm being a good person, I'm doing a good thing. No, you know, I'm saying, like, what I'm getting is that, like, example, I'm going to talk about myself again because, no, I'm just kidding. No, but my self-defense video I put up, I didn't do it to be like, oh, look at me, I can do all this and that, and be all cool. No, I did it because I want other people to know how to defend themselves. I want other people to know how to get out of a dangerous situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying is that, like, I'm not doing it to brag, be cool, look cool, show off. And I hope others do look cool. But what I'm saying is that I did it out of the kindness of my heart because I want other people to be like, okay, let's say they say, I don't know martial arts, I don't know self-defense, I don't know how to defend myself. What's something I can do, or like what's something I can look up? And they run across my video. It's like, oh, this guy, hey, thanks a lot, or like, you know, or like that. You know, what I'm saying is that, like, that's why I do these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just security. It's how I try to live my life.
Yeah.
And it feels good to do that, you know, but, you know, I could probably donate more, you know, go volunteer, do this and that. But like I said, I got a kid, man. I'm busy enough with him and my wife. But I'm saying is that, like, you know, whatever way that we can go out of our way to do something good for others, even the smallest thing, you know, we should keep doing it. That's basically all I wanted to say. All right, we're wrapping things up. We've been talking for almost an hour. Wow, I'm tired. It's late. You know, thank God it's the weekend so I can sleep in tomorrow and then make up for it. Anyway, this has been Courtesy Capshaw / Mr. Smiles a Lot. This is my buddy here, one of my best friends, Brandon Kacar / at Aviator Expert 314. This has been another Let's Talk Media LLC video podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. If you live in St. Louis and you need a marketer, advertiser, or a martial arts coach, please let me know. Please like, subscribe, and share. I need to go home and go to bed. I love you all. We'll see you next time.